the U.S. envoy to the United Nations, said there was no point in holding a fruitless Emergency Security Council session, warning that another weak council resolution would be worse than nothing in light of the North's repeated violations. She says North Korean leader Kim Jong-un boasted of his country's ability to strike any target in the U.S. after an intercontinental ballistic missile test Friday, which weapons experts said could even bring New York into range. Major challenge to President Donald Trump. U.S. strategic bombers on Saturday, did you know this, flew over the Korean Peninsula in a direct response to the launch, and on Sunday, American forces successfully tested a missile interception system, which the U.S. hopes will be installed on the Korean Peninsula. So, folks, this seems to be real. We've been talking about it for months. I'm believing, folks, that it is a time to where our bombers are in place and ready, that whatever it is that we're going to do. Now, some people have said, John Sununu, by the way, was on television saying that maybe because diplomacy is not working, no matter what we say, no matter what we do with putting bombers over or doing military tests to try to deter them from doing such things, which doesn't seem to be working, that maybe one last-ditch effort would be a all-out assault of cyber war with the North. They've been doing it to us. They've been doing it to other countries, but we use our brightest people to scramble all their communications. So they're not able to do anything to launch these things. Now, that would be brilliant. But isn't there something called manual override? Now, the ICBMs they have a guidance system. So I guess you could put pre-programming the trajectory. Again, I don't exactly know how all that stuff works, but I do know there's a guidance system on the ICBMs. Now, whether it needs to be real time or it can be pre-programmed, I would think that if you got a computer on board, which they do, you could pre-program the thing to end up where they want to go, where you want them to go, where they're going to be intended to go. But they're putting everything on the table, thinking about everything, but it seems like, folks, and I've said this, that over the summer I thought it was going to be the tipping point. Because if the guy continues to get better, continues to not dial down the rhetoric, you put sanctions on him. Look what's going on with Vladimir Putin with the sanctions we're putting on him. Not liking it very much. He kicks out 750 American diplomats. Did you know that over the weekend that happened? 750. When you reprimand bad behavior, everybody knows the reason the sanctions on there. They meddled in our elections. And they lied right to our face. This is what they do. Russians are liars. Putin, ex-KGB guys, come on. You know this. I don't have to explain this. Because I have an intelligent audience. That's why. You guys get this, understand this. I don't even have to reschool you. And I can be so general about it, and it's okay. But do you agree with Nikki Haley on what she has to say right now, or does it scare you? I think it's a little scary, and I have voiced my concern and on the people to the south, our own military, and the people in South Korea who have a huge population in those cities. I don't understand if we know that it's getting close to that tipping point why we don't try to evacuate people out of South Korea. You say, it's a huge undertaking, is it? Hundreds of thousands of lives, millions of lives? Aircraft carriers, baby. Bus them in. Bust those people out. You can get tanks and planes and helicopters and hundreds of thousands of pounds of food. Why don't you put human beings on there and get them out of there? That's the way you save maximum amount of lives. And then if Un gets anything over to South Korea, well, boom, they're gone. There's nobody there to bomb but buildings. Would you rather bomb buildings or human beings? He would like to have human beings. Get him out of there. I just don't see any other way to be able to protect life because he's going to get some shots fired. Something's going to come out from under there. Unless Unless we do something so shock and awe, like, did you watch the Iraq War? When we first went in, I mean, we hit them so hard. It was what they called shock and awe. So it would have to be something so fierce, and that's what our military has said. And I believe we do have the capabilities, and we have the determination, the resolve to do it. But it will be unbelievably messy. And China, they're not saying a whole lot. And that's angering this White House, angering our allies, because they could, if anybody, they believe, could really put the screws, it would be them. But they continue to bus in whatever the heck Un wants for the right money. They're using their slaves, the North Koreans, poor North Koreans that don't get paid anything to go into China to build whatever the heck they want. Yeah, that's your China for you, folks. That's your China. That should speak loud and clear in where their minds are, where their souls are. And folks, I don't think, in many respects, I know this is a terrible thing to say, and this doesn't reflect all Chinese people by any means, because I'm friends with a lot of Chinese folks. Not just at Chinese restaurants, by the way. All right? And I know some good owners of some good Chinese food, so if you're ever in Tampa Bay, Hawa, they're on Northdale Mabry Highway. Or Southdale Mabry. Yeah, Southdale Mabry Highway. Hawa Chinese. They've been around since the 80s. Wonderful people. It's their leaders. Isn't it always comes down to what it is? It's their leadership. Yes, and let's not forget, it is a communist country, in case you didn't know. But we enjoy made in China. Whatever's made in China. It just makes me sick. I really don't like it. We're indebted to them severely. We've done it to ourselves. Leaders have done it, and we continue ensnaring ourselves with this communist regime that treats their people like crap. So it's no wonder, folks, it's just no wonder that we're having this issue with them, because they're like twin brothers. They're one of a kind. They have so much in common. That's why Russia loves them so much, loves them long time. Iran digs them. That's why they're working together collaboratively, because they have one common. They don't like the United States. Oh, but China, well, it's different, because they do like the trading partner of the United States. But that's getting a little rocky, isn't it? Because Trump's finding out, and little by little talking about how much he doesn't like how they cook the books, and major issues with patents and things like that have robbed U.S. companies. And also, our computers actually, them taking siege, robbing us of so many different things. So they're not really too much of a friend of ours. It really is not quite like that. It's just a little convenient when it comes down to that money thing. We look the other way, and they do too. But over the matter of North Korea, very, very dicey, folks. We'll be watching. We'll be back right after this.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
Hi, I'm Mike Lennington, CEO of Wounded Warrior Project. I'm humbled to announce a major milestone in service to our nation's wounded warriors, their families, and caregivers. Wounded Warrior Project registered our 100,000th warrior, who will now have access to our free, life-changing programs and services. This milestone clearly demonstrates that the needs of our nation's warriors are great and growing, and it's more important than ever for us to stand behind them in their recovery and rehabilitation. We are as humbled and honored to serve the 100,000th warrior as we were to serve our very first warrior, Mr. Brian Beanie. Brian.
I would like to personally thank those of you who supported me and thousands of other warriors and their families through Wounded Warrior Project over the past 14 years. The impact of your efforts will be felt for decades to come. On behalf of everyone here, thank you.
Get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows, but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page. Some things in life need a little attention. Like a plant. If not watered, it begins to turn brown. But if watered properly, its leaves turn green again. Like a plant, For the People needs watering too. Your thoughtfulness provides sustainability for us to grow and reach our full potential. You see, For the People depends on you to broadcast this program to help inform and educate folks so you can make a difference right where you are. Grab your watering can and join us as we endeavor to make a difference in people's lives each and every day. To donate, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just look for the watering can and water as much as you can. At For the People, our garden is full of opportunities, and planting something allows others to enjoy the benefits. At For the People, our mission is simple. Give you the news that matters with good old-fashioned common sense, mixed with a conservative point of view. Simply log on to our website at forthepeopleshow.com. And For the People is back on your radio or your smartphone device. So the Skyway Bridge, this is a breaking story right now, just flashed across our phone here. It says a tropical storm Emily heads towards the mouth of Tampa Bay. Sounds pretty ferocious, doesn't it? The Florida Highway Patrol has announced the Skyway Bridge has been closed down in both directions. And why? Well, it says the winds on the bridge have been clocked in excess of 60 miles an hour. So you probably don't want to go over the bridge at 60. That's probably not a great idea. So they say it's unclear on how long this closing might last, but Tropical Storm Emily is expected to make landfall in the region sometime this afternoon, according to the Hurricane Center. The last report, the storm was packing maximum sustained winds about 45 miles an hour. So, that they can blow some things around. We probably lose a little power in the Bay Area. Some branches, some trees come down. But it could be worse. And this is Florida, man. That thing just flared up in the Gulf of Mexico pretty quick. But this is the time of year where these things happen. So where this thing goes, when it up the coast and how far up the East Coast, nobody knows. But they say it's going to dissipate. But we're probably going to get the worst of it, as we could probably expect. So we're kind of battening down the hatches here For the People, getting ready for it. So if we should lose conductivity, we apologize for that. But we do have some backup power, so hopefully there's not any major glitches during the broadcast. But if something does happen, you'll know what in the world is going down through the mouth of Tampa Bay. It doesn't sound good. So back to what we were talking about with North Korea and Donald Trump. Had some choice words about China. And I really like how Trump hammered Beijing in a pair of tweets. He says, I am very disappointed in China. Our foolish past leaders have allowed them to make hundreds of billions of dollars a year in trade, yet they do nothing for us with North Korea. Just talk. We will no longer allow this to continue. China could easily solve this problem. And folks, if you didn't know, North Korea fired another intercontinental missile on Friday. And that experts said they could strike Los Angeles or any other place in the United States. And dictator Kim Jong-un bragged that the U.S. mainland was now within striking range and on his radar. In response, our Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said that China and Russia bear unique and special